Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining for this third and thankfully final video in the series of how to make a ton of money right off the bat. As you can see, I have a whole one cap because I came here straight from Vault 111, no stopping anywhere. That one cap is from the little trailer right outside the vault when you leave. Okay, so normally I use the warehouse floors, but it really doesn't matter. What I was trying to do here was use the shack floors because they use a little less wood and steel, but it's not a lot. What we're going to end up doing here is 4 of these big squares with a half one in between the two. So it'll go 2 big, a medium, and then 2 big. Right here, what I'm about to do is I'm going to mark this square as where a cage will be from above. What I prefer to always do is give myself a 1 square of walk around so I can go fix things, do whatever I need to do, pick up. And sometimes gunners do get out of the cages, so you got to go fight them. So there you go. The auto butcher you see right there, I'm just going to borrow. And why I'm doing this is I want to set the groundwork for the conveyor belts because I want them lined up perfectly. I'm using this for a different reason, and then I'm going to put it back once I lay down my first conveyor. I swear to God, you never realize how many filler words you use until you try doing a narration. What I'm doing now is just laying down the tiles, flooring, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to have enough to where I can completely encircle my machinery here. These barriers I'm putting up are really, really great, but at the same time, they are a huge pain in the ass, and you'll probably see that. All right, what I'm doing here is setting up a little system so that I absolutely know there is electricity going between the cages. There is nothing worse than getting this all built up, all wired. You do it all, you hit the switch, and then nobody drops because you missed one little thing. So that's what this is taking care of here. What we're doing now is wiring all of the conduit and the switch and everything so that we can throw one switch and empty every cage. All right, real quick, what you're seeing me do here is because I don't have any caps, since I came here straight from Vault 81, I'm giving myself a loan of 20,000 caps so that I can get the cages built. What I'm going to do to pay it back, so to speak, is I'm going to buy 20,000 caps worth of stuff and then just throw it away. Again, normally I would have had the caps to do this up front originally. It's just I started here right from the beginning. Place anywhere is going to be one of your best friends if you can have it here. There are times when you can get 5 up on here, no problem. There are times when you can't. What I try to do is I try to have the perfect amount of spacing where a gunner can't kind of sneak through the gaps and get out. All right. Now, if I've done my job right, once I tie in this last wire, we should see that light turn on.
Great success.
Now let's put in row 2. Now let's plug in and see if we did this one right. All right, now the first level is done. Let's go repay our loan, and we're also going to get our vendors open because this first wave of selling is going to be more than just one vendor can afford. I wonder if I'm going to get attacked.
You're dead!
Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
Oh!
Means the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Diamond City, yo.
I will do you a favor right here, and I will cut the volume because I have the Beavis and Butthead mod for Idiot Savant. And let me tell you this, it went off a lot for a really long time, and it was really, really, really loud. And I'm not kidding. This thing was going off constantly. You can see the XP number growing. It went the entire time that counter went. I didn't record it, but what you saw there for the builders over on the left-hand side, I had 3 to process bones into glue, I had 1 to do Soylent Green, and I had 1 to do stim packs. For the stim packs, I recommend using the chem processor because that will give you 3 stim packs per blood pack, and that's the best rate you'll get. Now, through the magic of editing, we're going to skip ahead and get right to the end because watching all of this get made is boring. Finally, after about 8 hours of in-game time, we're done. Let's go make some money. After we get some sleep. Because each gunner gets me 9 stim packs and 4 Soylent Greens per body, now I know I butchered all 30 of them. The glue is a little off just because of bone count per different type of bone, so it's never going to be a perfect divide by 30. And the reason I bring this up is it is very, very common to not be able to butcher all 30, 60, whatever count you have. The more traps you have, the greater the odds you're going to lose a body. It just happens.
Nice.
And that is that. So now let's go take a look at our numbers and see how we did overall. All right, we're back. So we ended up making 27,484 with our cost being 15,360 broken down. Each trap got us 916 caps basically. Now, for the new build, we ended up with about a 40% profit margin. But once we fix those all up and we go for round 2, we jump to 94%. And that's where you're really going to make your money. If you do mutant cages, your percentage is going to be a little higher, but the work for getting Brahmin meat just is not worth it. Gunner cages is the way to go, and numbers don't lie. All right, thank you for watching. If there's any questions, let me know. Drop me a message on Instagram, Reddit, YouTube, Twitch. It's all the same. I suck at Fallout 4. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.